welcome to a very special occasion because we're going to name this fabulous vessel. I take it you all had a good look round? Yes. What do you think? Do you like her? I think she's absolutely beautiful. Large, majestic, but still with that intimate quality. So without further ado, let me please introduce to you our leader, our wonderful CEO, our Chief Executive Officer. Please put your hands together for Christian Verhoenig.
My Lord, Mr. Mayor, ladies and gentlemen, today is a new dawn for Cruise Maritime. But it's a new dawn, not just because we now have 4 superb vessels, but also because we have so many superb people. I want to introduce just a few of them. Our Finance Director, Simon Weeks. Our Commercial Director, Chris Coates. Our Director, Stephen Moore. And our largest shareholder and Chairman of the Global Maritime Group, Mr. Nick Dragakis. We have total confidence in our cruise teams all over the world. They will continue to provide an exceptional service to the travel trade. And our colleagues on board the vessels will deliver a first-class product and service. And there is one thing that none of us will ever forget. None of this would have been possible without the people sitting in front of me. For what you have all done to make CMV such a success. Thank you so much. The Magellan is larger than our other ships, but she also has the intimate feel that has become the trademark of our brand. Today, you can have a good look around and check for yourself if I'm telling you the truth. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the new exciting chapter of the CMV success story.
Thank you, Christian. It's now time for me to introduce another speaker for you. He's our keynote speaker today, and he's our commercial director. This is Chris Coates.
In 4 days' time, Magellan sets out her inaugural cruise to Iceland and the Faroes to experience the solar eclipse. A huge number of people have played a big part in making sure we are ready. And I want to mention just a few of them today. First of all, I'd like to say thank you to our 2 main headline sponsors, the Port of Tilbury and the Thames for their generous support and assistance. Our ship management team in Greece has done an amazing job in getting Magellan ready for her debut season. Over 1,000 guests have gathered today from all parts of our wonderful industry, and we are honoured by the presence of the Mayor of Thurrock. But for me and my fellow directors, the biggest honour is to be welcome some of our Columbus Loyalty Club Diamond and Platinum members. 28 of our most travelled club members are here today. Incredibly, they have accumulated over 5,000 cruise nights, with one couple having cruised an amazing 868 nights. These really are the people that really want to make us to get up in the morning. They really are. But we know that no one would buy our product if it wasn't for the people who are doing an amazing job in this room today. From our travel agents and tour operators, partners, who have always been and always will be our lifeblood, and the generous coverage we consistently receive from our trading consumer media partners. The rise of CMV since 2010 has really been quite a remarkable journey. From a base zero position to an internationally recognised organisation of considerable substance. Despite a tough economic climate, we now have strongholds in the British, German and Australian markets, backed up by a flourishing North American sales office. And I'm delighted to tell you today that over 75% of Magellan's debut 15th season has already been sold, so thank you. The addition of Magellan is a real game changer for us. It has opened up a much wider audience and even more opportunities. Unbelievably, Magellan this year also celebrates her 30th birthday. You can see that she's in amazing shape. As her new custodians, we will continue to take great care of this very special ship and lady. This year, over 100,000 ocean and river cruise passengers will be cruising with CMV, with 45% of our customers coming back and 95% of our guests telling us they've had a great cruising experience with CMV. We live in an industry dominated by 3 cruise conglomerates, making up 75% of worldwide capacity. That's why we believe it's essential that truly independent cruise lines like CMV continue to prosper and offer a real alternative to huge impersonal mega resort ships. The CMV brand core values will continue to be all about giving exceptional value and rewarding early bookings, while providing a special home-from-home ambience for everyone in visiting wonderful places around the world in style and in comfort. The CMV journey has just begun.
Thank you very much, Chris. So now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to introduce some dignitaries and some people from the ship as well, who are going to be witness to our naming ceremony, as you all are. So let's first start with some members of our global management team. This is our global management lineup. First of all, we have Anita Bestera, Director of Entertainment and Product. Costa Morcus, who's our Technical Manager. Thank you, Costa. Captain Pino Sumbula, Director of Marine Operations. Panos Tripas, Director of Hotel Operations. And Emmanuel Mikalaitis, Manager of Legal Departments. And Arnold Exner, Director of Hotel Operations. Thank you. I'm going to introduce some people from our CMV office, which is based in Thurrock. And first of all, we have Georgina Self, who's our group accountant. Thank you, Georgina. Mike Hall, Head of Marketing. Our Head of Trade Sales, here she comes, Lisa Jacobs. Head of Passenger Sales is Dave Eastwood. My old buddy, Head of Customer Services, Bob McGowan. And our Head of Shore Excursions, Michelle Lupino. Joined by our representatives from the International Sales Offices, will you please put your hands together first and foremost for Klaus Ebner, Director of Transocean. Thank you, Klaus. John Dennis of CMV USA. Joined by Alexios Sokos of CMV USA. Grant Hunter, Director of CMV Australia. Good on you, Grant. And now from the other side, let's bring on a few of our fabulous officers and department heads from this very vessel. They're here to start up, and they are our CMV, so put your hands together for our captain, but also our staff captain, who is Nikailos Giannakopoulos. Thank you very much, Nick. Our hotel director, Daniel Writer. Guest services manager, Julie Thompson. Our financial controller, Helen Rosario. We've got our chief housekeeper, Maria Tran, and They're joined by, you'll never guess, our executive chef Michael and also our bar manager. So there we go. It's a fine lineup, but it's headed, of course, by our captain. Please put your hands together for Captain Serakis.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I never forget that being the master of a ship is not a job. It is an honor. But I get paid reasonably well. This is the pinnacle of my career. And I make this promise every single day. My officers and my crew will be totally dominated and dedicated to make sure that every single passenger feels welcome, happy, and safe. And I look forward to meet as many people as possible today, and welcoming them on board many, many times in the future. Thank you.
Our captain, and now our guest of honour, our godmother, the godmother to MS Magellan. Please put your hands together for Gloria Hunniford.
To introduce you to the brand new Magellan pair. And I'm doing a rendition of Rod Stewart sailing very soon. That is, if you stay long enough.
I'm sorry, Gloria, I'm not sure we can see you. Hang on,
see?
let me try and find a box for you.
Nothing like finding my own light. Yeah, I agree with me. Actually, this is true. It's got a box. All glitter and everything.
Ladies and gentlemen, Gloria Hunniford.
I just want to tell you that I don't think I've ever been so excited in my life. Can you imagine the excitement, the privilege, the honour to be the godmother of this amazing ship? I mean, when we got it, was quite a funny story actually, because the gentleman who drove us here today thought I was probably naming a rowing boat, or at the very best, maybe 100 passengers. And when he saw the ship, I'll not repeat his words, but he went, holy, is that... When I saw it myself, I think this microphone's coming out. When I saw it myself for the first time, I was pretty impressed. So I'm truly, truly honoured. Now, I just want to say that obviously, this has been a big week for cruising, shipping, and I want to say a huge thank you to Her Majesty the Queen for being my warm-up. She was good and she was... I'm glad you're here because I want to confirm that this is the main event this week, so we're all lucky to be here. Now, as to being a godmother, I mean, the thing is, I've already offered to live on the ship and be a permanent godmother, wash the floors, make some beds, I'll do whatever. I've only been godmother twice in my life, and that was for pantomime. One in Southampton and one in Bromley. And I must tell you, I did it for the taxman. I'm being truthful, I did it for the taxman. I've only ever done 2 pantomimes. But I think that the old wand and the fairy glitter did the work, because I haven't really had any nasty letters from them since. So I'm going to really enjoy being godmother. Of course, Stephen, my husband, who's down there, we are grandparents to 10 children. So a lot of them are now growing up, but we have a little bit of experience in handling people. And of course, this is going to be one of the biggest treats imaginable. But as you may know, for as long as ships have been built, they've been ceremoniously blessed in one way or another. They use wine, water, whiskey, champagne if you're the queen, and they've been used in all those years with the ceremonies. But if you go back in history, you'll find that the ritual sometimes involves, which I don't like the sound of, sacrifice of animals. And even the occasional human being. I was a bit worried when I actually heard that. But thankfully, with health and safety, I don't think I've got any reason to worry about the laws. Then the other point that I discovered was, obviously for decades and decades, it was men who were typically asked to preside over the ship's blessing. And of course, we will be hearing from our lovely clergyman later on, and we'll have God's blessing. But eventually, the ritual evolved into the now standard practice of a woman being the focal point of the process. So I think that that's the best bit of girl power. Don't you, girls? Truth, because according to Wikipedia, it has to be a woman, I'm going to quote, it has to be a woman of high standing. Now, being a 3-foot Irish whatever, I was depending on the high heels, but you see, they've got to get the glitter box to get me up high now. All these gorgeous men are all very tall, so obviously the podium was up pretty high. But I'm very thankful for the box, so thank you very much, Richard. Now, I think you'll also agree that this ship is a very fitting tribute to its namesake, to Ferdinand Magellan, a man whose great courage and perseverance, maybe you might like to look him up in some history books, led him to be the first European to cross the Pacific Ocean, so a wonderful man. And just like the owners of this particular ship who you're meeting tonight, he was very forward-thinking and very brave and very creative. And his name perfectly captures CMV's spirit of exploration and enterprise. I've just discovered that if you're not doing anything on Sunday for a couple of weeks, you can actually go and watch the solar eclipse. Pretty exciting, eh? And it happens to be south of Iceland, so if you've got a holiday that you can take quickly, what a marvellous trip. But that sums up this line, because they come up with the most wonderful cruises. And I'd like to wish success to the company, to the ship, of course, to everybody, all the gorgeous staff who are here, and everybody who will be lucky enough to sail on her. Now, you may wonder what I'm going to do after this great treat, really. I'm not going to just read about the next chapter of my godchild's journey, etc., around the world. I want to be part of it. So when I leave this room, I am going to explore the ship completely, and I'm going to find the most exotic, the biggest, the best, the most glamorous cabin, or maybe stateroom, you never know what I might discover. And I hope that on the door there'll be this little plaque with gold leaf that says every single cruise is reserved within this cabin for the Godmother. So I tell you what, I won't be giving in lightly. But I just want to say it's wonderful that you're here. I know a lot of you are going to stay on board tonight. You're going to have dinner. We'll all have a chance to chat. It really is a privilege to meet everyone involved, the owners, and everybody involved with such a gorgeous ship. And I hope you really enjoy your evening, and there's lovely, lovely entertainment coming up. So for the moment, thank you for the box, Richard. You might want to take it away now. And thank you all very much indeed for your sufferance and for the pleasure of being the Godmother. I have to tell you, I love it. You'll hear me talking about it on the telly very soon. I'm so pleased about it. So thank you very much indeed, everybody. Thank you. I have to make sure I pull the right string here. But I just want to say that as the very this microphone, let's do that. As a very, very proud godmother of this magnificent ship, it just gives me the most enormous pleasure to rename the ship the Magellan. And in true tradition, may I just say, once again, may God bless her and all those who sail within her. Thank you very much, everybody.
Wonderful extras for you as well. So once more, please put your hands together for a few of the people who've joined us here today. First of all, our global management team, thank you very much indeed, folks. And also, we have please hear it for our fabulous Cruise and Maritime Voyages heads of department. Thank you. And of course, Magellan's Godmother, Gloria Hunniford.